So that $10 million, if I recall, it was the Local Grower Support Initiative. So that's money. It seems that the company understands basically that. Well, keeping in mind that actually for their produce, I think in 2015, about 10 or 12% of their produce was actually considered locally sourced. So still just a smaller portion, a pretty small portion, of the ingredients that they bring into the restaurant. But even then, at their scale and size, it makes it really hard for some of these smaller growers to adhere to the very strict new safety standards that they've set after the scandal outbreaks last year. And with those added costs, with things like with the DNA testing and testing before the crops could even be harvested. So basically, can you tell us a little bit more about the $10 million, maybe a little bit how they're spending it, about education, the assistance, and things along those lines?
Yeah, so you mentioned the testing in the field, and that's something that's important for these small suppliers because now they have this process of high resolution testing. And it sounds really fancy. It sounds like you're taking some kind of high sophisticated instruments and going into the field. But what high resolution really means is that if you've got a sample size of stuff you're testing in the field of small farmers' crops, you're going to test more of a small sample. So whatever the sample size is, you're going to test more of it. And I sometimes wonder, is there any product left after you've put high resolution testing through a small supplier? But that's exactly what that is. And that's labor intensive, actually. If you think of a small farmer who wants to grow into a mid-sized farm, the opportunity to do business with Chipotle is awesome. But if you've got these unexpected labor costs where you're paying somebody to physically go out, and not just someone who's maybe not related to the food industry, but a person with qualifications, or maybe an internal person that you've had to train, that's a high cost. Just consider the margins on a crop like cilantro. They're not very high. It's a business where you scale up, you try to sell more and more each year, and you're making on volume. So this is like something of a setback to any small supplier who wants to conduct business with Chipotle. And so these programs should help in making the testing more efficient. I think they're setting aside actually some money to defray some of the costs of people being in the field to test these ingredients.